On occasion, bald confession in this journal is sweet for the soul and strengthens it. It gives me a kind of false backbone to communicate my secrets, for I am determined that someday someone shall know. If God really intervenes in our affairs, here's an opportunity. Let him save me. I challenge him to save me from perishing in this ditch. It is not often I am cornered into praying, but I did this morning, for I feel defeated this day, and almost inarticulate in my misery. It is impossible to be interested in anything in particular, while overhead the sun shines or underneath my feet grows a single blade of grass. The things immediate to be done, says Thoreau, I could give them all up to hear this locust sing. But to return to lunacy, the truth is we are all mad fundamentally, and are merely schooled into sanity by education. Pascal wrote, "Men are so necessarily mad that not to be mad would amount to another form of madness." And in fact, the man who has succeeded in extirpating this intoxication of life is usually said to be temporarily insane. In those melancholy interludes of sanity, when the mind becomes rationalized, we all know how much we have been deceived and gulled, what an extraordinary spectacle humanity presents, rushing on in noise and tumult, no one knows why or whither. The reason why I do not spend my days in despair and my nights in hopeless weeping simply is that I am in love with my own ruin. I therefore deserve no sympathy, and probably shan't get it. My own profound self-compassion is enough. I am so abominably self-conscious that no smallest detail in this tragedy eludes me. Day after day, I sit in the theatre of my own life and watch the drama of my own history proceeding to its close. Pray God the curtain falls at the right moment, lest the play drag on into some long and tedious anticlimax. We all like to dramatize ourselves. Byron was dramatizing himself when, in a fit of rhetorical self-compassion, he wrote, "Oh, could I feel as I have felt, or be what I have been, or weep as I could once have wept, o'er many a vanished scene." I find it very irksome to keep up this farce of concealment. I would love to declare myself. I loathe, hate, and detest the secrecy of my real self. The continuous restraint enforced on me ulcerates my heart, and makes harmonious social existence impossible with those who do not know me thoroughly. On dit qu'au jugement dernier, le secret des consciences sera révélé à tout l'univers. Je voudrais qu'il en fût ainsi de moi dès aujourd'hui, et que la vue de mon âme fût ouverte à tout venant. Maurice de Guérin. Your love, darling, impregnates my heart, touches it into calm, strongly beating life, so that when I am with you, I forget I am a dying man. It is too difficult to believe that when we die, true love like ours disappears with our bodies. My own experience makes me feel that human love is the earnest after death of a great reunion of souls in God who is love. When as a boy, the saying God is love scarcely interested me. I am wiser now. You must not think I am still anything but an infidel, as the churchmen say. I should hate not to be taken for an infidel. And you must not be surprised that an embittered, angry, hateful person like myself should believe in a gospel of love. I am embittered because an immense desire to love has in many instances been balked by my own idealizing, yet also analytical mind. I have wanted to love men blindly, yet I am always finding them out, and the disappointment chills the heart. Hence my malice and venom, which, dear, do not misconstrue. I am as greedy as an octopus, ready out of love to take the whole world into my inside, that seat of the affections. But I am also as sensitive as an octopus, and quickly retract my arms into the rocky, impregnable recess where I live. We're all deluded, vainly searching ways to make us happy by the length of days. For cunningly to make us protract this breath, the gods conceal the happiness of death. A profound compassion for my dear ones and friends, and all humanity left on the shore of this world struggling, fills my heart. I want to say genially and persuasively to them as my last testament, why not die? What loneliness under the stars. It were well if the night had never revealed the stars to us. Suppose a man with the swiftness of light touring through the darkness and cold of this great universe. He would pass through innumerable solar systems and discover plenty of pellets like this earth, each surging with waves of struggling life like worms in carrion. And he would tour onwards like this forever and ever. There would be no end to it, and always he would be discovering more hot suns, more cold and blasted moons, and more pellets, and each pellet would be in an internal fatuous dance of revolutions, the life on it blind and ignorant of all other life outside its own atmosphere. But out of this cul-de-sac there is one glorious escape, death, a way out of time and space. As long as we go on living, we are as stupid and as caged as these dancing rats. But if we be induced to remain in this cul-de-sac, there is always an alleviative in communication and communion with our fellows. Men need each other badly in this world. The stars are crushing, but mankind in the mass is even above the stars. How far above? Death may show, perhaps to our surprise.